Dictation number SV12022. Get ready? Start. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to extend to you all a most hearty and cordial welcome to the 34th Annual General Meeting of the company. All of you must have received the Director's Report and the audited balance sheet and profit and loss account for the year ended 30th April, and with your permission, I shall take them as read. The company is now in its 10th year under the new management. During this period, we have steadily wiped out the liabilities of the past. Last year, for the first time after a break of 12 years, the company was in a position to pay dividend on equity, which was at 6%. This year, we shall be paying a dividend of 10% on equity. The year under review has been a most difficult one. There was shortage of power extending over a period of several months, resulting in a steep fall in production and pushing up costs. Added to this, raw materials have been in acute short supply. I am glad to say that notwithstanding these obstacles, the company has succeeded in recording an increase of 17% in its turnover over the previous year and in securing adequate profits, which has enabled the declaration of a reasonable dividend on equity. But for these major handicaps, the production would have been of a much higher order and the profitability also much better than what it has been. During the current year also, production has been increasing substantially, and further increase in output and higher profitability are considered distinct possibilities at this stage. During the first 6 months of this financial year, the turnover has increased by 20% over the same period of last year. This trend is likely to endure. The increased output has been achieved essentially by the modernization program, which is being implemented in stages and which is expected to further improve production. The company has its order book full for quite some years to come. Active steps have been taken to steadily increase the output in the next few years with prospects of much higher profitability, and I am sure the company will in the coming years be in a position to pay higher dividends and also create good reserves. The company, as you are aware, is largely depending upon indigenous technology. It has built up a competent development department. I am happy to state that all the indigenous machinery developed by this department have been well accepted in the market and are competing very favorably with machinery manufactured with foreign collaboration. The company is also maintaining its export activities. The export orders booked in the previous years are being executed in the current financial year. I am happy to inform you that for the third time, your company has received an award from the Textile Machinery Manufacturers Association for outstanding export performance. During the year under review also, the management in its relationship with labor continued to follow the enlightened policies which have kept the company free from labor trouble during the last 10 years. The present enviable position of the company in terms of financial soundness, with a good share of the market under its command and with a good reputation for its products, reflected by a very heavy order book, is due in no small measure to the excellent understanding that has prevailed all these years between labor and management. The recovery of operations initiated by the company have come to a successful conclusion. The objectives with which we ventured on this program have now been fully achieved. I have no hesitation in saying that the program has been a total success that has few parallels in the industrial history of the state. I am sure the shareholders will appreciate the efforts put in by one and all concerned to make this great achievement possible. The tireless services rendered by the employees and the management, the competent guidance of your directors, the goodwill of the many customers of the company, the active support of the financial institutions and of the company's bankers, the encouragement given by the state government, all these have made us what we are today. Your managing director has ably steered the ship over stormy seas and brought it to a safe harbor. You have many more seas to cross. Hard work and eternal vigilance should be your watchword for the future. The program launched by the state government for the rehabilitation of the company having now come to a successful conclusion, government have decided to withdraw from the management of the company. I therefore take this opportunity to bid you farewell and thank you immensely for the confidence reposed in me during the last over 3 years when I have been chairman of your company. I have received from you your goodwill in abundant measure. My colleagues on the board of directors and also the staff of the company have given me their unstinted cooperation. For all these, I am deeply grateful. Dear sirs, we regret to note that you have not replied to our letters sent during the last month, calling your attention to an outstanding balance of rupees 3,000 on your account. You will perhaps agree that as this sum is long overdue, we are at least entitled to some expression of your intention in the matter. We would like to point out in this connection that we have already waited far too long for the settlement of this account, as we on our part make it a matter of principle to pay all our debts promptly. We have to insist on prompt payment by our customers in their turn. We would like to make it clear that it would not be possible for us to wait any longer. Any insist on your remittance positively within 7 days from this date. Though we are willing to assist you by allowing reasonable time for clearing our bills, we cannot accept the inordinate delay in settling them. It may kindly be noted that the maximum time limit for payment is 30 days from the date of invoice. In future, we request you to kindly ensure that when making payment, our maximum credit limit of 30 days is not exceeded. We are not at all satisfied with your dealings even in the past. We have always experienced one or the other sort of trouble in receiving payments from you. You never say anything about the quality of the goods supplied to you unless your account becomes overdue and we press you for immediate clearance of dues. Therefore, you start complaining about the quality of the goods supplied. As business people of high repute and long standing, we wish to impress upon you that such attitude on your part will not be useful and act adversely on your standing. We expect you to send your reply and check within 7 days of receipt of this letter, failing which we shall be obliged to institute legal proceedings against you. We trust you will not compel us to take such unpleasant step, assuring you of our best services at all times. Yours faithfully. Stop.